morning, loves, and happy vlog day. Friday for you, Monday for me, actually. I wanted to start the week off with my vlog because what I wanted to talk to y'all about been on my heart. First of all, we just talking about crochet. That's why it's been on my heart because I've been thinking about it. I opened the crochet, I opened Ganelle's Crafts back up for the year. Every year on my mother's birthday, which is today, February 2nd. Shout out to Mama Rose. Every year on my mother's birthday, I open back up the company. It's kind of like my way of being like, the year is starting, right? And along with opening up the company and accepting orders and all those good things, I'm sorry, that was bothering me. Along with opening the company up and accepting orders, I was making commercials and stuff like that, and I was like, I'm gonna be kind of cute. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. It's also Black History Month, and let me say something. The last few weeks, verbally, I have leaned into my partner, and he deserved it. So I don't take back nothing that I said, and I don't backpedal. However, I don't ever want it to be misunderstood or misconstrued that I still love this person. And I feel like if I'm only venting in this space and I'm only bringing you guys kind of my grievances because I'm still figuring out how to bring them to him, then a viewer who knows nothing about us would think that I can't stand this motherfucker. And that is the last thing I want, number one. And number two, it is Black History Month. For the rest of February, I have committed to not saying, and when I can, not thinking negative things about my partner. I believe that the highest form of Black pride is Black love. And if I cannot have love for the person who I am actively choosing to do life with, then I should probably actively choose not to do life with them, first of all. Or I should watch my mouth as it pertains to them. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to say things that are honest to God true, because some of those things that can be perceived as negative are just the honest to God truth. You dropped the ball, and I acknowledge that. But I feel like we used the icy weeks of January to get this man in his place. And I don't at all, like I said, I don't at all regret anything that I've said. However, I want to balance it out by telling y'all over the next 3 to 4 weeks, really 3 weeks, but I'm gonna push it into the first week of March too. How much I love this person, how happy I am to be in his life. That's why sometimes I do get so aggressively, angry, because it's just like, you took a non-believer. I was a non-believer in this love shit. I'll be honest with you. I honestly thought that love wasn't possible because I was being hard on myself. And I felt like if I have someone in my life, my male best friend has been in my life since I was a little girl. If I got somebody in my life who means the best for me, has the most positive outcomes for me, loves me beyond any words could say, and I can't find it in myself to love him and want to be with him for the rest of my life, I truly did feel like love was a myth. Like it was just something that people chased and they didn't mean it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, how is there somebody in my life who I really could probably love and have a great life with, especially since me and him are in the same boat. We grew up together. We know everything about each other. And I just want to be his friend. Why? And I used to be so critical of myself for that until I realized, like, that's just how you see it. You don't have that level of love for him. But the honesty that exists in between us has created still a really great friendship and a really great space where I feel loved all the time. And I believe that he also feels loved because those boundaries are set. And due to those boundaries being set, we can have a really great friendship. I've flat out asked him, like, if I continue to be your friend, will your feelings for me grow? And he was like, no, if you don't entertain the romantic relationship, I'm not just going to be some delusional punk walking around here in love with you. And I was like, perfect. So whether I am in a relationship or not, which is why I think last week I was so frustrated at my partner, whether I'm in a relationship or not with my partner, and other people don't understand, is I don't engage in physical activity with him. I don't engage in certain things with him because I believe that those things are considered to be mixed signals. I love him, but I don't love him in the way that I feel that he loves me. And because of that, I do not show up in a relationship in a certain way. I did that before with a female friend that I actually apologized to at another vlog. My friend Paris, where I knew that she was attracted to me in a higher way. And I knew that I wasn't attracted to her. And instead of being honest about not having that attraction, what I did in return was, when we were together, I would lay up with her. I would cuddle with her. I would let her, perform sexual acts on me. If I would, because I didn't like her that way. I ain't gonna lie to you. I never performed the sexual act back on her, but she was a masculine presenting girl, so she had a strap. We went down that path, okay? And I realized that that's really hurtful, to call somebody your best friend, to lay with them in bed as if it's something more than that, and then get around other people and go, no, oh my God, we just friends. I wouldn't do that with her, or I wouldn't do that with him. That's really fucked up. And so after that friendship dissolved because of that, because of those actions, I told myself that I wouldn't do that when it came to my friendship with my male best friend. And he was there before she was. It's just, we navigated that situation way different, right? Like at first, I just didn't care and I didn't speak to him about it. I just didn't acknowledge the fact that like there were feelings there. And then one day I woke up and was like, actually, I want to acknowledge that there are feelings here, but I want to let you know that I don't reciprocate those feelings. And kind of this idea of it in this, and not in a negative way, but it'll never be you, right? It'll be you in so many ways. You will be the most constant man in my life outside of my brothers, for sure. And I don't see you as a brother because we've had sex, obviously, but I don't see you in that way, and that's okay. And I think being in this relationship with Gucci made me realize, like, love is possible. You turned a non-believer into a believer of something that she never thought. Y'all know I'm at work. Into a believer of something that she never thought was possible. And then I get out here on this ledge and I'm feeling good, and then you leave me. And now you're like, okay, stay on the ledge. Here I come. And so what I want to do with February, and I want to talk about positive things. I want to give this relationship positive energy, because what I have realized is that as a woman, and I've even said it on this live, I'm watching him do better. I mean, on my vlog, I'm watching him do better. I'm watching him step up to the plate. I'm watching him be more accountable, and I'm not appreciating it. I'm just like, fuck it, you should have been doing this. And yes, that is absolutely true. However, if you're going to stay with someone after that choice, then you don't get to beat them up every day. You don't get to be like, I'm going to stay, but every day I'm going to make your ass feel like shit. No. I just don't get to do that. I don't get to make him feel like a shitty human being for being human and being flawed, and me deciding to stay after recognizing that he is human and flawed. I just don't get to do that. And so all of February, you will only hear kind things about my partner out my mouth. And if you hear something unkind, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Hold me accountable, because I think as a woman, it really is easy to spiral out of control. As a person, it's easy to spiral out of control. And something about these cameras make you want to like tell everything about your life. And that's why I decided to vlog. But I want the everything to be balanced. I want the everything to be as much positive as it is negative. Or even if it's not as much positive as it is negative, I want it to be more honest. And I feel that it's dishonest to only share the negatives and never share the positive, or share the positives from this place. So he did that, but so what? No, it's not so what. He's doing positive things. He's making better choices. And we have to acknowledge those choices in order to continue to push forward. Okay? A few things that I want to say that I love about him before we shift gears and start talking about crochet. I love the type of father he is. His youngest son right now is going through a bit of a turbulent season with his mother, because the mother is very overwhelmed. You kind of think you got a bad baby daddy until you have another baby and you realize that second baby daddy really ain't here. Like my partner, he's not perfect. We've established that. But when you got a father that's at least answering the phone, showing up, being there, and then you have a second child and that father is not there at all, it's hard. And she's experiencing that hard. And as a result of sometimes that hardness, as well as raising a preteen, she has moments where she is verbally inappropriate to the child that she's raising, yelling at him, speaking at him in a harsh tone, things that we have all, recognized from a single mother home. This is in no way to bash her at all, because a lot of times mothers are overstimulated and they have issues. The issues that she's having, though, is starting to affect the mental health of this child. The way that my partner has been stepping up, the way he has been supporting her, like he calls her to check on her and make sure her mental health is together. It's so beautiful to me. It's so beautiful to me that he is taking the time to care about her as a human being. I've sat here literally in this spot and listened to her try to trigger him because she was angry, and I feel like demonic energy itself lives on its own, and she had a living demonic space within her where that energy wanted to just get some more negativity around it. And so she has verbally attempted to trigger him, again, not from her own recognizance, but just from her own hurt. Her hurt tried to trigger some hurt in him, and I love the way he responded to it. Like, let's all take a break. You're upset, and I understand you're upset. I don't think that you're upset with me. I want to be able to help you, though. How can I help you with what I can do? I can't do something that I can't do, and I cannot do something that I don't stand for. One of the things that we told her before she decided to have a second child was, we're going to always step up for the child that you have with him. But we're not going to help you raise a second baby that didn't come out of my partner. At that rate, I would just let the second kid come live with us. We already got a kid living with us. I already got to have children in my house, Monday through Friday. We will take him before we take on another life. Because that's not what we want. And not only is that not what we want, it's actually pretty insensitive to me as a woman who can't have children to believe that I'm gonna continue to do this. I didn't want to do it with the first two, and we know that. But I'm here. And I'm here, and I'm okay with being here. But now that I am here, I have to be honest about how I am going to be here. And one of the ways that I can't do it is, like, I can't help you take care of that kid. And my partner, even if I was nice enough, sorry y'all, my job was messaging me. Even if I was nice enough to do it, my partner, he's like, no. Another thing that I like about him, he is very protective of me in my space. Now, he will make sure that I don't work hard for nobody else so I can work hard for him, which is not a negative thing. But we're learning how to navigate that so that I don't feel overwhelmed still. But he is very, very, very adamant about me being peaceful, me being at peace, me having peace. And I love that about him. I love that he wants me to be happy. And I love that he is now doing more in his day-to-day life just from the beginning, of the year to show me that. And so we gonna hope that continues. But we gonna talk about my business. Ganelle's Craft is officially open. So if you see this video and you want to purchase anything in this video, everything that I'm going to show you is available. That's first of all. And also, beyond everything in this video being available, if you want to put in an order, that's what we're talking about. Y'all, this is actually my favorite thing that I've made. It's like an extended beanie. It's like an extended cat ear beanie. I can't wait to make more of these, and I'm going to learn how to do the baseball cap so I can put these ears on the baseball caps. Of course, we got some ruffle hats, or I call them flower crowns. I'm going to be very honest. I want to phase out making these. I'm so tired of ruffles, but they are so cute, and you can't deny them, but they take so long, and I be sad. Here is one of the things that I'm really proud of. I did some iron-on work, which I'm just kind of like, let me see if it'll come off. See, I be wanting to make sure stuff don't pull off, and it don't. I did this cute little cat ear beanie, and we put some pearls on it. I'm like, let me flick these pearls freaky. To make sure they don't come on off. Just and then soon I'm gonna just start doing, most of these are like Valentine's Day themed, but then I'm gonna just start moving into basic colors like black for my hats. And then I got another one of these hats with the ears. So mostly I've done cat ear beanies. Because I love cat ear beanies and they're really easy to make. And I've done a few of these ruffle hats. Now that I got my life together with the actual beanies, let me show y'all. Well, I took them down already. If you've watched my first crochet confession on social media. So let's talk about crochet confessions actually. I made these hats. Give me a second, Lord. I made these two hats for a business owner here in Chicago. But prior to making these hats, which look really good and they fit well, and they look amazing. I just have to sew his letters on before he comes to get these. I'm hoping sometime this week. Before I made them and they look like that, the ones that I did make look, I won't say horrible, but they did not look the way that the customer wanted them to look. And the whole time that the customer had the work, I kept thinking to myself, I hope that I don't end up exposed, right? Like, I hope I don't end up on the internet, somebody like, look at this bullshit this girl gave me. I feel like if I asked him to pay for it, it probably would have. But I did tell him that I was new to this. And so I asked him to, I told him that I was not going to charge him because I'm going to ask for some grace because I knew that I wasn't going to get it right the first time. And I was correct. I didn't get it right the first time. And the whole time that I was waiting for him to drop off the old stuff so I can give him so I can, give him, or get started on the new stuff. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. I was wondering, like, damn, what happens if I get exposed for making bad work? But then I realized, like, it's not bad work if I'm willing to fix it. It's not bad work if I am, honestly, that's it. It's not bad work if I'm willing to fix it. I'm over talking it because I'm doing 12 things at once. Focus, Rika. I decided to do a series on social media called Crochet Confessions to take back the power that I realized that I had given up without anybody even asking me to give it up. I mentally was so afraid of someone knowing that I wasn't perfect that I never paused to acknowledge the fact that you can just remake it. You remade it. And I believe that there are so many crocheters in this world that get so afraid to do it right because we charge so much, right? We charge more than what you would usually charge in the stores because you're getting something that you don't usually get from the stores. You're getting something made with someone's hands and it's not easy. But if you remind yourself that what you're doing is not easy, then you have to remind yourself it's okay to fuck up. And so my hope is that all of 2026 and moving forward, I'm going to do a video called Crochet Confessions whenever I need to remake an item for myself or for a customer, or whenever I am learning a new thing and I can't get it. For instance, baseball caps. I don't understand why I can't get them, and I'm going to make a Crochet Confessions video about it, so maybe somebody can help me. I made these ski masks as well because ski masks are another easy make. I'm actually going to make a bunch of these because people love them and people purchase them pretty fast and easy. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this upcoming year in business. We're going to make this a short week because the phone at my job is ringing off the hook because my job is very demanding and it's hard to record after work, so I need to record while I'm here at work. I should have just waited instead of doing it on Monday, but I was bubbling over with excitement for a couple of things. This week, I'm excited. First of all, I'm excited because it's Black History Month, and I love February. Second of all, I'm excited because it's my mother's birthday. I love my mother more than anything else. You guys know this. I talk about her all the time. And I think I was most excited. It's bad. It's crazy. Not bad. It's a good thing. I was excited to let y'all know, like, I still love my man. I wanted to let y'all know that I am still in the fight. Because I don't know if he watches my vlog or not. Maybe he does. I'm pretty sure he does. But if he does watch, if you watch, babe, I don't want you to think that I'm done with you. But I do need you to know that I made some really immature decisions at the beginning of our relationship to try to make everything okay. And now that I am learning how to be comfortable with everything not being okay, but also everything not being catastrophic either, like that middle ground, I'm kind of leaning in catastrophic. I have been leaning in catastrophic for a bit, because I was way far over the I'm okay, I'm okay. Now I'm way far under the I'm not okay, and now we're kicking back. We're finding us a middle ground. And cheers to finding a middle ground. I feel like in life, nothing in life is perfect. Every person is going to disappoint you. This dress is mine, by the way. I've just been sitting here with this dress in the background. This is my dress. I'm wearing it for Halloween, for Valentine's Day next week. I'm almost done with it. And we're going out to a poly party for Valentine's Day, so be looking out for that vlog to tell you guys what happened at the poly party. We actually don't do any playing at those types of events. I am a more like build a connection, then let you touch my parts person, or just let you touch my parts without thinking about the connection, which is hard to do when you're in a relationship with somebody. And so now I have to do more of the former than the latter. And so I have just yet to build a connection with somebody who makes me feel like, okay, I'm gonna tell my man that you're touching my parts. So usually when we go to these poly events, we're just really going to mingle and to be around like-minded people, because I like being around people who I don't have to explain my lifestyle and myself to. But yeah, y'all, as I get really distracted by my job because I see these calls coming in, honestly, this week I wanted to shift the gear. I wanted to lighten the mood. I wanted to ground us in why I even started the vlog, right? I started the vlog because I was trying to find ways to support myself while also still supporting my partner in this very crazy experience we find ourselves in with one of his child's mother's passing. I don't ever want to get away from that. Like, I don't want to get so caught up in my own emotions that I forget that I started this community so I can have more help with challenging myself to be a part of a family. And I don't ever want to lose sight of that. And so this week was that. And I wanted to show you guys all the things that I made because I've been working. This is like $1,000 worth of shit if people buy it at full price. And so that's my plan. My plan is to continue to just make stuff, and have stuff available. I usually am always in something that I've made. So when people see me, they're like, oh, you made that? Oh, great. Do you got some stuff? Do you have something that I could just buy right now? I am preparing this and putting them in a cute little duffel bag, and I'm going to keep the duffel bag in the trunk of our car. And if ever somebody's like, you got something? Yes. In the trunk of my car. Yes. I ride around with it. You feel me? Because that is my new me. That's my new persona. At first I was just like, I don't want my persona to be always trying to sell you something. It's not always trying to sell you something. My persona is I'm ready to make a purchase if you see me and you want what I got to sell. You feel me? And that's where I am right now. And that's where I will leave y'all because, again, these calls are coming in my job like a motherfucker. And I don't want to end up fired before I can quit and tell them I don't need y'all. I got 1,000 jobs. No. But seriously, this week, I needed a kick in the ass. And the only person that can kick me in the ass is myself. It's okay that you've been going through it. It's okay that you've been struggling. It's okay that this has not been easy. But it's time to get up. And it's time to get more positive. It's time to usher in more positivity, because not only do he need it, but his children need it, obviously. One of which is grieving a mother, another of which is going through a turbulent relationship with the mother. And I'm grateful to hear that young lady is in therapy. And I think that she is happy to know that next year, for the upcoming school year, my younger stepson will start to do the school days here with us. He's going to go to a school that's actually in walking distance from the house. My partner's new job is a second shift job, so he's going to work from 3 to 11. And he will be able to, in the morning time, get the boys to school. It's just in the afternoon I will be receiving them, and then he won't get home until night. And so that, I feel like, that's gonna be a very important, that's gonna be a very interesting journey. But the great thing about that is their uncle is downstairs, so if ever I need a little bit more of a assertiveness, a man, their uncle is downstairs. That's my biggest fear, is like having both of these kids and they get out of school and they on some bullshit with me. But having their uncle downstairs, their grandmother are one call away, those are things that make me feel good about it. But I think it is better that he spends his days Monday through Friday with us. And if that's the case, then this home needs to be a positive space. And the person who sets the tone for the home is the woman in the home. And so I need to continue to set a positive space for this home. And the only way that I can do that is if I am internally positive. So that's what we want to do this week. I love y'all, and I will see y'all next week.